What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys Star Wars figure preview video. Today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the newly announced Savage Opress from the Clone Wars. This figure was just announced a couple of days ago, and today we're going to be talking about this figure, pretty much just giving a quick preview on him, give our thoughts on the guy and what to expect. This guy is available to pre-order already on Sideshow Collectibles, so as I always like to do, I will include the link to their website on the description of the video if you guys want to go ahead and pre-order yours. He is again available to pre-order. He is at a price of $280, which I think to me is fine, and also he is expected to ship in late 2025, early 2026. Guys, I am excited about this one. I am very psyched about this one. I already saw this figure coming. Looking at other collectors who actually go to the actual events that Hot Toys does over there in China or in Hong Kong, they had already seen this figure, so I pretty much already knew that this guy was coming. But obviously, you never know when Hot Toys is going to go ahead and release the figure, and there are certain figures where they'll have them on those events, but they never actually, release the figure for pre-order. So you never know, right? You never want to assume things, but now that we get the figure out for pre-order, now we get to pretty much talk about him, and it is pretty much a sure thing that we're gonna go ahead and get him. And as I mentioned before, my god, and am I thrilled about this one. Very excited, because again, to me, and feel free to disagree with me, guys, but to me this is one of those figures that it's so unique, such a unique character. Please forgive me if I'm wrong about this, but I think Savage Opress, we've only seen him in the comics, in the Clone Wars. We've never seen him in actual live action movies. So it's one of those unique characters that we're really never gonna get again from Hot Toys. So if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a collector that likes Star Wars, to me, this is a must buy without question, because of how unique the character is, and because I really don't see Hot Toys making another figure out of him in the near future. But you never know. But so to me, you guys have to take advantage about this one. And again, as I mentioned before, I will include the link to Sideshow Collectibles, so that way you guys can pre-order him if you guys are interested in doing so. So let's go ahead and take a look at the images. So pretty much this figure, just like your typical Star Wars figure, it doesn't really come with a lot of things, but as always, it comes with enough things for us to be able to to pose the figure in different ways. So it's pretty much the figure that is pretty big compared to your typical regular Hot Toys figure. He is 13.3 inches tall, and as you guys can see, all of the things that come with them, the figure in its own, it looks great. Looking at this image right here, I love the battle damage kind of scratch marks that the armor has, and I really love the look to it of that armor. The suit underneath it, that is something that we are gonna have to see once we get it in person. It seems like regular fabric, but as I always like to say, those type of things we really wouldn't know until we actually get the figure in person. So right now we could just speculate, but what I do like is the kind of this kind of old school type of look and texture that they've done to the armor, and again, those scratch marks to show battle damage form for him. Taking a look at other images, so we get obviously his double-sided lightsaber, which obviously we reserved the right to pretty much wait and see how it'll look once we get it in person. I did want to mention something about the lightsaber, but I'll talk about that a little bit later on in the video. Everything else just looks great. The outfit looks absolutely amazing. As you guys can see here on this specific head sculpt, and actually let's take a look at this image so that way we can get a better look of it. We're gonna get a couple of options with the guy, where we can either have the horns in complete form, or pretty much kind of battle damage. So those are options that we're gonna go ahead and get. Now, this is the closest image that I'm gonna get to the head sculpt, so let me go ahead and touch base on that already. Guys, this is as good as it gets. To me, this is a perfect head sculpt without question. So obviously this is Darth Maul's brother, and the head sculpt obviously is very familiar, but not I don't mean it from the actual like shape of it or the coloring, because obviously one is yellow, one is red. I am talking about the skin texture that Hot Toys has done with this guy, just like they did with Darth Maul. The skin texture is on point. The expression lines right here, they look so legit, and to me the expression that they've chosen for the guy is perfect. Gives him like this angry look to him. I like the fact that the eyebrows show him even more mad, his Sith colored eyes, and also their rotating eyes, so that's even better. So this head sculpt is as good as it gets. Feel free to let me know what you guys think about it, but to me this is as good as it gets. A really good head sculpt, which to me without question is what gives life to the figure. So the fact that they've gotten this head sculpt on point is as good as it gets, and I am very excited about that. So again, just know that we'll have those options with the horns if you guys want to interchange them. Taking a look at more images, as you guys can see, we will get your typical rectangular flooring display base with the regular nameplate. At this point, we already know what we are going to get, so I really don't mind. I think what matters is that the figure is a good one, so we'll have to wait and see how that looks. And as you guys can see, we get different types of materials that they've used for the actual outfit. But again, those are things that we really wouldn't know until we get the figure in person. We can just go based on images. As I always like to say, these are just prototype images. The final result will be something else, and obviously once this figure is ready to be shipped out, we'll do a release preview to pretty much give the similarities and differences of the figure from today to when it actually gets released. So just pretty much taking a look at more images. Again, the guy looks great. By the way, we're also going to get options where we can pose him either with his regular hands or with his robotic limbs as well. So again, just to kind of show that battle damage look to it. So I would assume that robotic hand is going to go with the broken horns, or you guys can just go with the full look, which is his regular arms or hands, as well as the full horns in his head. So we will get those options with the figure as well. Just taking a look at more images. Again, it's the figure on itself with the lightsaber. It does also come with his spear as well, which is a great thing, and I'm glad that it comes with it. I thought it was a must, so very excited about that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I am really psyched about this one, guys. I can't tell you how happy I am that they've released them. It is definitely a really good addition to the Hot Toys / Star Wars collection, so very excited to get him, even though we're not going to get him until in about a year and a half, but we'll have to just wait and see. I really don't think I have any more to add onto the figure. I mean, we could just keep taking a look at the images, but I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover. Here's a comparison of him and Darth Maul. Although this is not the newest Darth Maul. This is, I think, the one from the Clone Wars, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't own this specific figure, so I really wouldn't know. But still in all, being able to match up these two guys together is going to be very exciting. And obviously, both characters have a double-sided lightsaber. Taking a look at this image, you guys can see how tall and how massive this Savage Opress figure is. And again, as I mentioned before, also the facial expression is great, and it really adds a lot of kind of depth to the character and makes him look even more scary, and it just gives him this presence to him. So I really love everything about him, again, from the armor to the head sculpt to how big the guy looks. This image, obviously, we have right here Palpatine from the Clone Wars, which I will just because we got the Savage Opress announcement, I would assume that we're gonna really soon get an announcement that this Palpatine figure will be ready to be shipped out, and also cannot wait to go ahead and get him, as he is going to be based on the Clone Wars as well. So yeah, pretty much that's all that I can talk about, guys. As I mentioned before, and we've touched based on this, again, the interchangeable battle damage horns, and of course the rotating eyes, which is a big difference maker with this guy. And again, that facial expression is going to be really good. Also, the interchangeable mechanical left arm or robotic arm, that is going to be also something that we're going to be able to attach or detach on the figure. Although I do wonder how much we're going to be able to interchange, because it does seem like it is all the way to his biceps / triceps. So that is something to look out for once we do get the figure in person. And then finally, the last image, where we pretty much just get every single thing that the figure is going to come with. It's just a figure on its own with the interchangeable battle damage pieces, the spear, your regular display base, a couple of pieces of hands, as well as robotic arms, the lightsaber itself. The thing that I wanted to mention about the lightsaber, now this is just from afar, I really wouldn't know obviously until we get the figure in person, but those lightsabers do look darker red than your typical red color lightsaber. So maybe this time Hot Toys has done a better job of lighting them the lightsabers. That's always been one of my biggest criticisms with them, that the lightsabers never turn out to be good. So maybe that is something that's going to change this time, but again, we'll have to wait and see until we get the figure in person. So that is pretty much everything that I have to say about Savage Opress. I am super thrilled to get him, and I cannot wait to get him. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about him, and if you guys are going to go ahead and pre-order him. And if you guys are, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I will include the link to Sideshow Collectibles, so that way you guys can go ahead and secure yours before there is a wait list or the figure gets sold out. As always, guys, want to thank you for supporting the channel and for watching my videos. And if it is the first time that you are watching me, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notifications bell, so that way you're always updated anytime that I do drop a video about either a figure preview or an unboxing of a figure that I do receive. So for now, guys, again, this is going to be it for this Savage Opress from the Clone Wars figure preview video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.